Well, hi, and welcome to the $1 Million Message. This is Future Executive Senior Sales Director Jordan Eicher calling in with your Wednesday wisdom from Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, this week we went to Leadership Conference. I'm sure you saw, I'm sure you knew, maybe you were there, or maybe you dreamed about being there next year as a sales director. I can tell you that leadership is definitely one of the best events that Mary Kay throws. And this year, they happened to choose the fabulous city of Orlando. So many of us directors with little girl dreams and little girls and little boys, many of us with kids, decided that we would tag on a trip to, you guessed it, the Magic Kingdom, Disney World, with our families before or after our trip to Orlando. And it was so much fun to see on social media so many of my friends and their families and friends with groups of directors and friends with their husbands going to Disney before or after the conference. Well, this was my first time to the Magic Kingdom at 30-something years old, and it was also my children's first time and my husband's first time, and we had an absolute ball. We spent 4 nights and 5 days at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa there on the Disney property, and went to the Magic Kingdom a couple of days and the Animal Kingdom, which I actually had been to Animal Kingdom before, and I just love it. I actually don't tell anybody, like it better than Magic Kingdom, but that's another story for another day. But why am I telling you about this? Well, when I was Instagram storying about the Grand Floridian, I had so many Mary Kay consultants and even directors that reached out to me saying that the Grand Floridian hotel on the Disney properties was a dream bucket list stay. And I even remember I was at the party, the Universal Studios Hollywood party at Leadership Conference. You know, Mary Kay closed down the Hollywood Studios park for Mary Kay, Universal Studios, shut it down. We had a private party to ride the rides and enjoy Harry Potter World and drink, you know, all the slushies and ride the rides. And it was crazy beautiful weather. It was so much fun just to be in the park. It's like a little kid dream. Again, like no one allowed to be in a theme park after it closes when no one else is there. But Mary Kay did that for us. The restaurants were all open. The kiosks with the snacks were open. And it was all for us. And I remember walking down the street in Harry Potter World, and I was wearing this like really cute pair of jeans and a white blazer. And I ran into two of my friends and national sales directors, Mary Kay superstars, Kristen Sharp and Daisha Wiegand. And they were wearing jeans and white blazers. And we took this cute picture together, and we had this little white blazer club moment. And it was this fun memory. And I was asking them, are you guys going to do Disney? And Kristen was saying yes, and Daisha was saying, oh, we kind of live here, so we're not going to do it this time. We're going soon, or we just went or something. And she said, where are you staying? And I said, oh, we're staying at the Grand Floridian. And Daisha Wiegand was like, stop. I've always wanted to stay there. I'm totally going to take my family to stay there sometime. That place is amazing. And I just was like, oh, my gosh, if Daisha thinks it's great, it must be this fabulous place. She's from Florida. She knows about things about Disney. So why am I telling you about this hotel? Well, I was Instagramming it, and so many people were messaging that they wanted to stay there. And I just thought to myself, okay, if this place is such a big deal, let me research what it would actually cost. How much more are we talking to achieve this dream for families who go to Disney year after year after year and for some reason think that this place is just like so out of reach or so far in the future, such a distant dream? And so I did a little financial research. And what I came to find out is that the Grand Floridian, which is the top resort on the Disney property, it is the most luxurious. It is the one with a full swing band in the lobby at night, and the one with 4 pools and waterfalls cascading in, and all of the special amenities, and, you know, beautiful rooms with chandeliers in the bathrooms. And oh, if I could paint a picture for you, I would. But on Instagram, it was vivid. It was right there, and everybody was watching how beautiful the grounds are at this Victorian hotel that feels very modern and very old, that the monorail comes straight through the lobby on the second floor. So if you have kids, you just come out of your room and hop on and arrive 45 seconds later at the Magic Kingdom. And at night when they're exhausted, it's so convenient. And wow, what a beautiful hotel. What fabulous service. What gorgeous balconies that you can enjoy the Florida breezes on and overlook swimmers and even the lagoon. I mean, it's just a beautiful place. How much more would you have to pay to stay there than at an RV on a campground in your own camper camping at Disney Fort Wilderness? Okay, how much more? Which is, by the way, one of the least expensive ways that you can go to Walt Disney and stay on the Disney property. So my math told me it comes out to $1,500 extra in a year if you have a year's time to stay for your Disney trip, which breaks down to $125 a month. $125 extra every month to be able to stay at the Grand Floridian instead of staying in a camper on a campground with no pool and no amenities and certainly no monorail. Okay, and so here's my thought. My thought is, what if you're this Disney lover, you're a Disney person, and this is bucket list for you. You have one extra party with your Mary Kay business each month that's a Disney theme party. Everybody that you know who's crazy for Disney, you guys, there's a gym that my kids go to for gymnastics and dance and stuff, and last night I pulled up to it, and there was a BMW parked in parallel parking, and their license plate said Disney fam. I swear, that's what the license plate said. I mean, there are Disney fanatics everywhere. Trust me, I was just with like a million of them last week at the park. And so a Disney theme party where people come wear their Disney T-shirts, because like you wear them to the park, you know, the ones that say most expensive day ever, and then the kids say best day ever, or the ones that say Disney 2019 McCartney family, and it has the castle, but like where else are you going to wear that except for at the park? Like they get to wear their Disney T-shirts, and then you do glamour looks inspired by their favorite Disney princess. You can do golds for Belle. You can do beautiful blues for Ariel. You get the idea. And you can even take it a step further and do Mommy and Me princess parties and have little girls come in their Disney costumes, and you do a little miniature Mary Kay version of the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, but for free. Imagine for little girls' parents who can't afford that Cinderella day for them. And you could give that to them at a Mary Kay party for free and do Mommy and Me makeovers, princess-themed Disney parties, one a month. And if all you sold was $250 at that one Disney party a month, you've got your $125 extra that month for that 2.5-hour investment. And you can do that once a month in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. You can stay at the Grand Floridian this next Disney trip with your family, paid for by your Mary Kay business. Talk about being a fairy godmother. How about the fairy mother? How about the fairy auntie? How about the fairy coolest fairy grandmother in the world for your family? Why not let your Mary Kay business provide those Cinderella extras for your traditions? And if Disney is not your thing, by the way, you could do Paris theme parties or whatever is your dream, Italy theme parties, beach theme parties, cruise theme parties. You could take this idea and run wild with it with whatever is on your bucket list if it's not a top-notch Disney resort for your family. It just occurred to me that there are so few people in the world who, if they needed an extra $1,500 this year, could walk into their boss and ask for it. They could volunteer extra hours. They could volunteer overtime. They could ask for more days. They could ask to stay late. But no one's going to give them an extra $1,500 this year to stay at a nicer hotel at Disney World that, by the way, they've always thought they couldn't afford. But in Mary Kay, if you have product on your shelf and you have one extra 2.5-hour time slot and some willing friends who love the beach like you do, or love to cruise like you do, or love Disney like you do, you can totally upgrade your vacations, upgrade your life, offer an experience to someone who might not otherwise have it, whether that's your children, your mother, a family in your church, whoever it might be that you want to bless. Maybe it's just you, and that's okay. And you don't have to feel bad about that or like it's not worthy of your extra hours. You are worthy of your extra hours. If you're the only one who would enjoy the luxurious hot showers and the chandelier at the Grand Floridian, you deserve it. So is it something you could grab hold of? You know, there was an amazing mom who messaged me on Instagram after I posted this idea there. and had so many of you request that I share it on this $1 million message. And she showed me she has been doing this idea already. She had already thought of it. Here I was thinking it was original with me, but it certainly wasn't. And she had stacked up, I think there were probably 8, 4 on the left side, 4 on the right side, $500 gift cards to Walt Disney World that she has been purchasing. She uses her entire Mary Kay money in their lives for Disney trips. And she holds herself accountable to not spend that money elsewhere by buying a Disney gift card. And she saves them throughout the year, and that's what they use to pay for their entire Disney vacation. They don't use her husband's income. She has 2 boys, and they use her Mary Kay money, and it takes them to Disney every single year and pays for anything and everything that they want. The Disney gift cards, by the way, if Disney is your thing, apparently if you buy them at Target with a red card, you get to save 5%. And my cousin said that may not seem like much, but it basically saved her $200 this year on their annual passes. So that was a pretty big deal. And also, if you have a Sam's Club gift card, you can save money on Disney. So those are 2 more little life hack tips that I got from amazing Instagram beauty consultants and directors, so just so you know. But my point is that dreams are closer than you think. When you break them down and you have a strategic plan and you are consistent to do just a little bit more. Mary Kay Ash always said the difference in ordinary and extraordinary is just that little extra. And so if you want to have an ordinary camping experience at Disney, you can. But if you want to have an extraordinary experience at the Grand Floridian and the monorail and all the luxury and the mommy time after the kids are pooped and you want to have a 5-star bed and a 5-star breakfast, then you've got to do that little extra and have an extraordinary time in the Magic Kingdom where dreams do come true. And what a great example you'll be for your family, for your team members, for your other people in your unit, and for our Mary Kay sisterhood representing when your neighbors all say, wow, how did you guys afford to stay at the Grand Floridian? And you can say, I worked just 1 extra Mary Kay princess party a month, and I earned that extra money for us to stay there instead of staying at the campground or instead of staying at the typical hotel that we usually stay. So I hope that this idea inspired you today. I hope it inspired you to remember the power we have in the product, the power we have in the 50% profit, and the power you have in planning your Mary Kay business. Go do some of that today. Go use your power and sell the product. Use your power. It's magical. And earn that 50% profit. And use your power of planning to build yourself a 2020 dream come true experience with your Mary Kay income. I know that you are the girl for the job. God bless you, and I'll be back with you again next Wednesday. Bye-bye.